Last week, I didn't tell you to make sure you had the wrist cross, the wrist crisscross. You just did it. I'm thinking about this other thing. So we want to be hinge it up and hinge it up. But I really want us to focus on. So you're going to have a one swing thought for the backswing, and one swing thought for the follow through.
Okay.
And I call it a point. I'm going to point the club down at the ground, and I'm going to point the club down at the ground.
Okay.
So my club's going to go to here. And I'm sensing this pointing.
Steve, this particular practice swing here is exactly the swing we want to have. That's a very solid move, good position there. I love the extension of the arms and
it's going to quickly point to the down on the ground on the follow through. So let me see that. Just nice soft on no ball yet. Yeah, that's all we're doing. A little half swing. We're isolating the movement.
What's wrong with that shot?
And that was effortless. So our goal is to just have so many. It's almost like if I had a bell here and I was hitting it. Boom. You know, I hit it one or two times and I asked you, would you remember what that sounded like? If you hit it again, I kind of forgot. But I just hit that all day long. Boy, that sounds in your head and you just never forget it. And that's what these swings are doing. I want that tone, that feeling to be like a sound you never forget. So you're on the course. The subconscious mind says, I don't know what you want me to do, but this is what I've been doing, so I'm going to do it for you. So there'll be certain elements that weren't the same, and it's almost, trial and error. The subconscious mind is working behind the curtain to try to find that one that you had a while ago. It knows that's the one you want. And when it doesn't get it, it's going to try its best on the next one to do it. So your job is to hinge.
Okay.
Your subconscious partner tries to blend that with all the things it has to do.
It was there. It was pretty darn close.
Yes. Do a couple of practice swings, and let's let the arms take a finishing height that they choose.
Okay.
So you're not. I don't want you to try to put the brakes on. Let it be more aesthetic feeling on the end. Yeah, more like that. Just let it kind of die out on its own, nice and smooth.
this is your practice swing where you're working on the full, complete, relaxed release. Looking really good. And then when the ball gets there, you do tighten up quite a bit. This is your ball swing. This is your practice swing. On the left is your ball swing, and on the right is your practice swing. Look at the practice swing first. Now we'll look at the ball swing. If we look at the upper body, there is a sense of tightness on the left, much more relaxed, full extension of the right arm on the right. But there's also a contributing factor to that based on what the lower body's doing. You can see on the right how that arrow going from the inside of your left foot is going right through the center of your body. So your practice swing is a very natural release, is a very natural golf swing. And so the good swing is there. We just need to figure out how to bridge over to that when there's a ball present. When the ball is there, you kind of stall the lower body and just kind of whip the hands through. And so I want us to focus on the upper body release that we see on the right, but I also need to now direct our attention a little bit to what the lower body's doing during the swing. And as you finish both swings, you can see how that right leg, how that right knee gets all the way up to that red line with your practice swing. So you're really getting your right pocket all the way on top of your left foot. Very good.
Can do a couple of no balls, but just almost pure wrist, like you're seeing me do it here. Ball won't go maybe to the first flag here. Interesting. Your practice swing, that club went to here. That ball swing didn't go to about right there. Capture just the shape of this a little bit.
Steve, we're going to look at your swing at position 3 and position 5 compared to my little drill swing. Taking it back to the 3 position. On mine, the diagram shows 63 degrees. You have to subtract that from 180 to find out what that angle is. And so I'm 117 degrees of angle in my wrist and left arm, and you are you're even 100 degrees. So you're pretty close to me on the 3 position. The 3 position is when the left arm is parallel to the ground during the backswing. We're now going to look at the 5 position. We're now going to continue the swing through transition and stop the swing when the hands are about waist high. Now in your swing, I'm going to show how your angles change from the continuation of your backswing through the transition and stop it again when your hands are waist high. As you can see, I have retained much more angle than you have. If you subtract the 95, I have 85 degrees of angle in my left arm and shaft, and you have 32 degrees of angle. So you have already dispensed a lot of the power that was stored in that wrist cock. And so as your hands continue to the ball, you're going to have less power to unload into the ball. This also affects the attack angle that you approach the ball on, and you're going to hit a lot more fat shots and thin shots than I will. The red angle is you in the 3 position when your left arm was parallel to the ground on the backswing, and this is you in the 5 position when the left arm is parallel to the ground on the downswing. And we're going to compare that to Tiger Woods in the 3 and 5 position. So during the transition from going back to coming down, Tiger increased the angle where you decreased the angle. This is Rory McIlroy. He also has more angle in his 5 position than he does his 3 position. This is Hunter Mahan, more angle in his 5 than his 3. This is Michelle Wie, more angle in the 5 than the 3. All of the pros will have more angle in the 5 position than the 3 position. That's one of the things that separates them from us amateurs. So as far as our work on your full swing, I think the bulk of that work has to be focused on working on the wrist angles and learning how to hit the ball with the proper wrist cocking, wrist hinging in the backswing, and retaining that during the transition. One of the things that we learned in our session is that when you were doing just little 3/4 swings, you hit the ball as far as your full swing. That is because you did not lose the angle as much when you got down to the 5 position. But when you went up higher with your arms, you lost the angle.